experienced on this journey.
Stop yapping. Anyway, hello everybody and welcome back to Wuthering Waves, where we are continuing with a short exploration quest, maybe? It just depends on the rewards and how long I think it is. Doctor, have you found him? Been everywhere he would show up. Didn't find him, just like you. Uncle... Uncle Huang has aged. Became less predictable. It's hard to find him even on an average day. Let's keep looking. We can't afford to have the refinery tower offline for too long. Excuse me. A traveling salesman? The mine is closed for business today. Please come back another day. Jinzhou is not far from here. You can take some rest there. You should stop rushing before the guest even says anything. Let him finish. I'm here to deliver the samples for processing for the Ministry of the Development. A guest from the Ministry. Let me introduce myself. I'm the doctor of the mine. How are you? The tall guy beside me is Lei Lu. Head of miners here, and this is Modi, an expert of minerals from the Academy. I heard the sample appointment between the mine and the Ministry a couple of days ago. What do I call you? Call me Alex Green. Alex Green you are. Well, I saw the photo attached in the Ministry's request, and I thought it was this young girl who could easily get nervous. How come? I got the message in the photo from Uncle Hong, the senior officer-in-chief here. Look at this photo. That girl on it looks nothing like me. Who is... wait. Huh? Like I said, this person isn't me. This thing is legitimate. Maybe there was some little accidents back in the Ministry. Now, I'll be straight. The mine is facing some problems right now regarding the Ministry's request. Modi has more details. The refinery tower at the center of the mine is offline, but some of our minerals had to be processed with it. So as the samples from the Ministry, now the mine is working on a solution to reboot the refinery tower. Similar events happened before, but our on-site engineers were always quick to fix them and put us back on track. However, he got injured recently when carrying out maintenance works on other equipment, so he was transferred to Jinzhou for some recovery. And Uncle Hong was due to take up the fixing job. He was responsible for the refinery tower back when he was still young, so he's totally competent. When there was offline events, Uncle Hong was always there to troubleshoot and coordinate our forces to fix the problems. However, Uncle Hong didn't show up this time, and we couldn't find him everywhere in the mine. With his absence, the mine is having all kinds of difficulties dealing with the refinery tower. He's just slacking off. If I may comment, I bet it's exhausted him to work so hard every time there was an event. Maybe now he's just hiding someone, peeking at us, saying, "Won't you let me rest, you little brats?" I propose we all go back to our places and carry on with our jobs. The mine has to keep functioning even with the refinery tower offline. He'll show once he gets his rest. Are there any clues now? Clues. The miners say that they met Uncle Huang around the transport lorries. We are sending more people to look if he is there. Let me be of some help. More people mean greater possibility, thank you. A journal with no name specified on the title page. The cover is made of a cut newspaper. Scrunched paper that reads, "The mine is getting so cold even though it's summer. Miss you, Mom." Okay, I'm really surprised one is not over there. It wouldn't be up here, right? Of course not. Oh, really? A pop magazine with 5 screaming young girls on the cover. Caption goes, "Let's get lost together." Where could Uncle Huang be? Ah, Alex, you're back. Only you stayed? Running around without a name only brings more trouble to the mine. Though the refinery town is offline, most of our production is still running as usual. To keep the production running, Lu Li, Modi, and others have to go back to their places. However, the refinery tower's issue must be addressed. Did you find anything around the transport lorries? A journal. A cover made of newspaper. I think I've seen this somewhere. If I'm not wrong, this is Uncle Hong's journal. He always takes it with him. This helps me make sense of things. As he ages, his memory starts to show deviations. He starts to forget things. It's like a rubber that keeps erasing his past. He asked me of methods to slow down the fading of memories. I taught him 2 day-to-day tricks as support to the therapy. One is keywords and the other is journaling. Keywords help him find the general picture, while generals help him to correctly walk every step. Can there be any clues about Uncle Huang in the journal? Possible. If Uncle Huang follows my advice, he may be recording the important pieces of his days. If that's the case, something must be there to help us fix the refinery tower. We'll see. Bagajianzo today with a transport truck. Everyone I met said I grew old and mean, so I looked in the mirror and found that few of my leaves are there. Heavy rain today. Everyone got one day. I don't know when this started, but I grew more and more scared of the dark. Nights are getting long and dull. You can tell the symptoms are getting serious for Uncle Huang in this journal. Isn't that how the world feels to an old man? Maybe. You can sense that your functions are in a recession and that you are getting older. Let us keep reading. The issue detection and reboot of the refinery tower. Found it. Right, the picture and the text are both consistent with the real refinery tower. If we follow the instructions of the journal, maybe we'll be able to fix the issue of the refinery tower. But our manpower is just too limited. I'll handle the tower. Really? We don't have many people available for now, so it's only too great if you're willing to help. You might be unfamiliar with the mine, though. I've arranged a helping hand for you. You'll meet him by the elevator. In the meantime, I'll try to find Uncle Huang. Thank you again for helping us. A kid? Hey, are you Alex Green? My brother told me everything about you. Hey, what a young helping hand. Don't you look down on me. There's simply no one knows who this mine better than me. Before we go, big brother, let's talk about my compensation. Greedy little kid. I'll tell your brother, you know. Let me finish. I don't want money. Can you tell stories? All the grown-ups in the mine are great storytellers. I like them. And they say there are more stories than there are more interesting from afar. I'm collecting stories now, so you should pay me with a story. I don't exactly have one. Then pay me later. One day I'll leave here and travel to the farthest town. I hope I'll be able to tell a decent story to everyone when I'm back. Dad always teaches me and brother to say things out loud. If you have an interesting story, you gotta tell me. I'm not waiting for that. Hell, I'm not even waiting for that.
Wind, guide me.
The graph here says, uh-oh. You're kidding. What the fuck? And that kid is really saying, stop, English, please. Oh wow. Perfect teleport. These lazy new guys, I told them they must hand in the work log before concluding their shifts, and they paid no attention. What if accidents happen? A familiar figure. Oh, Alex Green, what brings you here? And O'Shea? Did Dr. Hayu send you here as peacemakers? He knew my fight with Modi? Hmm. What are you talking about, Uncle Wheelway? My brother asked me to work with Alex Green to reboot the refinery tower. Refinery tower reboot? So you found Uncle Huang? So that's what it's about. I didn't know Uncle Huang could be so fragile. He's always so sound and capable. Though I work alongside him a lot, I can't tell that. Now, give it to me. What help do you need? About the power supply at the mine. Yes, yeah, rebooting the refinery tower requires significant power. Uncle Lilu, you know the best about the power equipment. What's your advice? Well, it's not as hard as you might imagine. We have a double-circuit power system at the bottom of the mine. Either one can sustain the normal function of the mine. However, they cannot run in parallel. Forcing them to run in parallel could result in the breakers all around the mine to trip. What we can do is setting additional power from the outside and shutting down such devices within, so we can focus the power on the refinery tower. Now I'll shut down the necessary devices, and you'll find the spare power around the bottom of the mine. Then you'll set them up at the base of the refinery tower. I'll let you know when everything is set up. Can you tell me about the fight you mentioned? Nothing serious. I always have fights with Modi. I just don't like his attitude. He works with a fantasy on his mind, bragging about his idea of coexistence with TD to people in and out of the mine, saying that it's a crucial survivor skill to coexist with novelty, and that we should give some thought about our life with TD. Some thought, huh? It makes no sense. Keep thinking, I say, as he is living in his fantasy, is living in the ivory tower. Not ready for real struggles. And then he comes back irritated whenever I say a few more words. Forget it. It's getting me furious again. Let's get back to the refinery tower. Oh, fuck. Oh, I just had to put him here. Alex Green, is the additional power set up? Yeah, already in set. What about your part? One last step before ready. The switches to shut down the devices come in pairs. I might need you to switch down the other one simultaneously. Are you there? Okay, then let's do this. Keep it simultaneous. I'll count to 3, you'll count to 2, and we'll count 1 together. Ready? I'll start counting. 3, 2, 1. It's working. The devices are being shut down. The power supply for the refinery tower should be sufficient now. Thank you for your help. If things are fine here, I'll be back to my job. Got a whole lot of things to do. Please carry on with the good work on the refinery tower. So it is. What are you reading? Earlier journal entries? I'm not peeping at others' privacy. Instead, I just found an excellent way to find Grandpa Hong. One of the stories I collected is about an uncommunicative detective and his assistant, a doctor who works together to solve a lot of conundrums. The detective in the story sometimes try to find clues for the suspect's past, because a person's past often contains hints of all the motives of the person's current behaviors. That's why I think that focusing on today's entry is definitely the right direction. Earlier entries are still important resources. Huh, makes a lot of sense. Now, most of Grandpa Hong's entries are brief. He just describes the happenings and feelings of today in a few sentences. But I did find some long, detailed entries, which I think are key to his whereabouts. Holy shit, I'm not reading all that. Oh wow.
What's your take? Doesn't this story feel weird?
Feels like an incomplete story.
True, the real point of the story remains unstated, plus there is a decent blank space. No matter what, this story looks like a half-finished one.
Only Uncle Huang knows.
The beginning of the story says that this is a recording of a dream. Do you think the feeling is a result of the dream itself?
Only Uncle Huang knows.
Let's move on to the next step.
Yes, I've been on the game for like 3 hours.
The graph indicates that we have to reconfigure the refinery tower with the console. Let's go find someone to talk to.
I've been talking to people all day. Hydrogen plus oxygen equals hydrogen oxide. And which breaker did I put the product in again? Oh, gotta run the reaction over.
What's she mumbling about?
What do you mean? What? There's no he. She seems to be asleep standing.
That's amazing. Then we should leave her be. What? Why am I here? Wasn't I running an experiment just now? I couldn't be asleep while standing, could I?
So she's awake now.
So adults look equally foolish to me when they wake up. Brother's a liar. A young man in black and a kid? Who are... Am I still in a dream?
Well, you can pinch someone to check.
That hurts! Wait, the pain feels real, so I'm not dreaming. Wait, the refinery tower is offline. The experiment has to stop, so I've come here to refresh myself. But I couldn't help but fall asleep. Maybe I'm just too tired after the overnight experiment. Now that this isn't a dream, then you are... So many accidents while I'm locked in the lab. Oh, right, if you're looking for the console, there is one outside the academy. Now I've had my rest. I should go back to the lab. Good luck.
Oh, cool, I have to hack inside.
Damn it.
Why are things gotta be so complicated? This is about to again not work. This is again about to not work. That's not gonna work. Now this will work.
Big brother, is this what we should do? A verification is required.
Let's see if something is foreshadowed in the journal.
The entry is mostly about an argument with a researcher. No information about a passcode. Maybe we try this with brute force.
You may not want to do that. If you fail to pass the verification for certain times, the console will be locked, and the system will be forced to shut down. The locking of the console will only delay the reboot of the refinery tower. Just follow the steps to pass the verification of the console and everything should be fine. We meet again, Alex.
I heard from a coworker about what you're up to, and I thought you might find difficulties in passing the verification, so I came. Looks like it's right on time. It's right on time.
Aren't you the researcher who was fighting with Grandpa Huang in the journal?
A fight? The journal? May I see this journal myself? Modi takes the journal and starts reading. This feels like it would happen between me and Louis, but that researcher isn't me. Uncle Hong is the de facto teacher of mine, so I won't have fights like this with him. On the contrary, I respect him a lot, because he taught me one thing. There are not only cold, hard figures in science, but also lively fantasies. For example, we often encounter the infinity symbol when doing research. To some scholars, the lazy 8 symbol might look like radio waves crossing the space. In another case, the symbol is an overturn to the knowledge of life in a sci-fi epic theater play that was on in Jinzhou. What play? It's just an example that's crossed my mind. You can have a look yourself at the Jinzhou Theater yourself if you're interested. The play was about a catastrophe. To cope with it, humans decided to set their mother planet on a journey. In the play, a similar symbol was mentioned to hint at the relationship between digital life and reality. One symbol, and yet it was able to sketch out so many beautiful, colorful worlds in different ways, though maybe they are kind of hard to comprehend as of now. And so many truths are born in such unrealistic fantasy-like languages. I always grow energetic when I think about this. Here, hold on a second. And what does Louis do? He would always respond to me with a full of crap and neglect all those probable things. The question about the coexistence with TD. So you've heard about it, yeah. Even if the possibility is as small as a 0.0001, it still makes sense to me. Is this what you call a researcher's sensitivity to digits? You know a lot, Alex. Now let's get on with the issue of the refinery tower. The console's verification is done by line drawing. When you start the verification process, random images will be generated on a grid. You have to put your hand on the grid, and the system will draw a line to connect the coordinates you touch. Repeated coordinates will not be recorded. Only when the order and direction of the line you draw is right, the verification is passed. Let's have a try. Now you have mastered it. Now just put in the parameters as per the digits shown in the graph.
So complicated. We would screw it up if Uncle Modi wasn't here.
Just a lift of a finger. When the parameter reset is successful, the system will adjust the refinery tower and the reboot will be done. Now the reboot can take some time. All we need is to wait. Thanks for your effort.
We don't have any information about Grandpa Hong's whereabouts, though.
Why don't we read more of the journal?
I did find a pattern in the previous entries. They all happen at a few limited places. For example, Grandpa Hong often visits my brother's clinic. Went to the clinic today and had a routine examination as per Dr. Hayu's instructions.
Furthermore, Grandpa Hong always remind the lorry drivers of the transport quarter of the purchase of day-to-day items.
Their conversations are also kept here.
Feels like the routes are set, and what Uncle Hong does is to walk them time after time. Then, if Uncle Hong's memory goes wrong, will he go to these places in the journal? Possible indeed. However, these places are distributed throughout the mine. If we were to look for him at these places, it would take a lot of people. Give me a map.
Have you come up with something?
I have one at the Mines Institute, so just give me a few moments. Meet me at the gate in a while. You're here, Alex. This is the map you asked for. It took you some time to mark the places mentioned in the journal on the map correctly.
A large area indeed. The places Grandpa Hong goes to are centered at the 3 different regions.
I get your point. It's similar to triangulation. Draw 3 circles with the 3 regions as centers, and the overlapping area is the area where Uncle Huang is most likely to show up. This greatly reduces the area we have to search. Nice idea. Mm-hmm.
Though I don't know what you're talking about, it sounds amazing. The overlapping area is a corner in the upper living quarter. Let's go there.
By the way, you can hand me the samples now, Alex. When the reboot is finished, we'll start the procedures. However, it can't be done today, as the reboot can take some time. I don't know why I have to keep taking the elevator. I can just teleport. We should be on the cusp of finishing this, and then my theory is practically correct. Just look at the rewards of a quest, and that will determine how long it'll be. If it's 50, it's most likely 30 minutes.
Bye, Uncle Huang. Take care when you go back. Okay, tastes just like the old days. What was I going to do now?
Look, Alex, that's Grandpa Huang. We finally found you.
You are... Why are you looking for me?
Grandpa Huang remembers me.
What are you talking about? I think you lost me.
You tell the boss what happened in a low voice.
Oh, that's why. I thought Uncle Huang came here after the maintenance work of the refinery tower. I'm telling you, my culinary skills are passed down from my fathers. Uncle Huang would always come here and have a good meal of jinzhou stew every once in a while. My father would always say, food shortens the distance from home, and the distance between souls. That's why jinzhou stew is not only a simple dish, it's an association of feelings. What's more, jinzhou stew is particularly important to Uncle Huang, because the people sitting beside him here change all the time. And now it's only him.
It feels lonely to have meals on his own. No wonder Grandpa Huang looks dull.
Let's return the journal first. That's it.
I feel much better now.
Grandpa Huang,
Maybe we shouldn't ask too much.
we found your lost journal and fixed the reboot issue of the refinery tower. Besides, the guest from the Ministry of Development is here to deliver the samples.
Do you have any recollection of this?
I do. Everything feels familiar again with the presence of this journal. I'm sorry for all the fuss.
Grandpa Huang still looks a bit strange. Let's take him to my brother. It's kinda late now, Alex. Like Uncle Modi said, the samples can't be tested as of now. Why don't you come here another day?
Why are you... Why? I'm not coming back. And I'm not taking that teleport spot again either. I really wish I could look at a Phasmophobia lobby on PS5 and just be like, see how many people are in there. Because, like, I know Winston's Zach are playing and Hannah is playing, but I don't know if Zach's fiancée Jasmine is playing. Because I can't join if it's, you know, the 4 of them together. It's only 4 people. So I think Jasmine would probably be going to bed here soon anyway, so I might just take my chances after this video. You're back, Alex. Everything well? Sounds like a lot of twists and turns at the mine, so we'll have to collect the samples on another day. An argument over whether to coexist with TD or not, it seems to me that they take you as a member of the Ministry, and let you know their secret inadvertently. What secret? There was a crisis of TD years ago at the mine. Oh, wait, I have a message. I have some follow-up work to do about the meeting just now. I was trying to chat with you a little more, but... maybe next time. Take this. It's the reward from the Ministry. I'll see you. Cool. Did that give me another quest? It did! So that's part of that. Shadows of the Past is part of this. That's the one that gives another trophy. So then we promise we deliver is obviously got to be part of another one then. Whew, boy. I am not anywhere closer to being done with these quests. But most likely tomorrow, I can actually finish off all the rest of these side quests. And then after these side quests are done, I can, I will be able to go and do some companion stories. Probably just one. It'll be one until I can continue the main story, that is. Alrighty then. I guess I'll go take my chances in Phasmophobia now. But if there's 4 people, I'm screwed.
'Cause every night I will save your life.